Yanko. Okay, senior. Papa, but you go. You can pay 200 years, Juma, over 2,000. What you there? Aha, can you pay here, Juma? And yeah, I'm the 200 man, Papa. I will DC Waho, a young Mampunwa district. The Dampare, the Poso, a Bompe, a year, DC, a year. I was on the first President Timosi Nyai is Yoshua Jumano, but it will go for the Hanum, and then they get free from August 2022. The Patomacha revolving, I'm going to make you moving over. I'm going to say, a idea a Bepua or minor, and also a Boa or minor. And the media a year I come up from one district. People so a Bompe, and then got that honor. And as a Kutumaku, if you may be away in you, and you what say is you or do one amount. And shall I drop Facebook? Maybe I may you the amount no a river of Fame River. The matter of fact, so if I'm yes, over Facebook, I want to FM official River of Fame. I don't know on your screen, no. And Oma moti ho nyina no yare adokuru wom edi obi aye video bi afi Nigeria na answer na show ni baba wie ya me show na ni am ya ne say the youth of this country me hu say udiba wo me achi a na me hu say wo anga say woni future na be youth of this country hwa empanifo mu MPP mu a wo mabọ mo brewi omo nyina atena se atero mo ba bi. It tells you, sir, the youth of this country, no, yankasa ye nim yaye hwehwe. Hwenanadu age, hwe safumafu age. Hwe abemu mpanifo omu age otwa na oda. Chese, wama siso omu yiri ni omu madi akoguru abruchire. Edi ya sa omai na kame no na womu so ye yusu so here for mati se me no. No social media. Ya pe 2 CDB amano no di atem. And if you river of no me ba to bra Facebook Ahuncho FM official. Ahuncho FM official. And no na who know on your screen River of Fame.
Ahuncho FM 92.3.
Ewie mame nko studio 2 na me ma Ivan Akwaba. Na yehwe galamsey protesters and me no ka say still under detention ya chiwom CCD Ghana and Amnesty International akasa condemn the arrest and the ankabaya wey 5-member committee say wo to galamsey ase na mebu tu omuatu wo say and ye kire let's be citizens and another kaya wo say machew na is at the time I no kasa so no onam akwatia inaugurate galamsey for Bawumia.
Ahuncho FM 92.3.
Ivan Akwaba.
Alaska Major so.
Na boko de.
Oh, nyame adom. Ehia ya che.
Ehia che. Ehia na wotwe.
Da banda.
Ivan say we monitor the media landscape na. Em say na wotwe ni take the center stage na democracy hub for a omususu say Addo say we 5-member committee ebe kungalamsey tiatisade ye mu akora ye kobu akora akokora se e wo se ye chiwom me no ka say wo mu edem but the video bi circulate am say jumadi bi koso Dampare to one man na Addo chair na Addo asori ja Dampare and wakotena baby foforo the video is in circulation say the meter say ye no sa wan ye no sa o say wan chiwom ye o said
Ahuncho FM 92.3.
Ivan.
The kind ma mencha what here for.
At you for Joso.
I think that last week but now our videos to catch us say o say yeah fighting galamsey.
That's right.
I told you point blank say.
A joke.
Nobody's fighting galamsey. Yes. And amamo no akwa kodru ba bia. Yes say driver near do baby na say who car can a man a gistia no car. Ya popular saying bia ya 92.3 social ya fancy environment. And who say jump on in the group, University Teachers Association, Ghana Medical Association, Nurses Association, and several other now no catch say 6 civil society organizations at the Abayin court.
That's right.
Or the parliament, the attorney general, and the speaker of parliament, a court. Nina fa galamsey we ho. Enti nipa no mo in China. Obiya ye de obeye bia realizing say leadership a promise Ghana for say galamsey a cancer. 80 deep into your society and now the symptoms and the scars a coming with galamsey are so glaring and so apparent. So yeah, so you are citizens and you are together. Na ya de ebeye bia ye betimi containing the adverse effect I can galamsey ho. President Akuffo Addo at some point in time catch Ghana for so no Akuffo Addo or the presidency to their dinner. Or the battle line so a sacrifice it means so lose power crown so to me I win the fight against galamsey. Ope Alaska. The catcher say Akuffo Addo is a fraud theory. Or a fraud theory. But we are a scholar from that institution.
Wow.
And the whole presidency was built on fraud. The whole presidency was built on deception. Is the reason why a president at the speech at the maiden edition and we are the shame to come back and even apologize to Ghana. That decency till date. I don't know a public domain or the whole be a heavy. President ultimately come on full speech bomb begin or came out say and a year or no the way so the whole presidency was built on deception and on fraud. Enti they are taught us so assembly of a country will be an OGD and Nasabi one Casanasa Wagimo ha. So I brought catch us on the presidency at all. So no, I told you, sir, it's a joke because on fan the presidency. The only thing oh yeah, you say you change players and I know Mutu Galamsey no.
Okay.
Because community level, ni na you man for Mutu Galamsey that if you what your boss now you're a young guy, the possibilities of going to Galamsey really high because of your proximity to the area. But I know or swap take those people from the field and also an a party for them go boom.
So elimination by rough tactics.
What's the boy? John boy do tape giving credence and testimony to this. Professor from Pom watching evidence that about one thing give credence to this. Community mind and on buy you know a party executive party win a concession and as a for Maumo. And then galamsey na kwa Akuffo Addo yes I did anyway and somehow. Then Okachia no say now Rollins dey say no nim nyansa Kufuor nim nyansa Mills nim nyansa Mahama nim nyansa now gold was asese and na moja no ha besin there forest especially forest reserve intimate me ta memra de parliament say omoma me akwanya na memma concession na forest reserve no memfa nhya amanfo nsa because na ye wo mra esi ho kwan say wuntumi nkotu galamsey ana say wonya mining e wo your forest reserve because of biodiversity your fence wildlife conservation and whole lot of your environmental way ya eka ho nti no obi ankom no go area na Akuffo Addo who say this parliament about Benda knowing is the weakest and the most ineffective parliament. Like I just say, a house full of noise makers and attention grabbers. And he was able to take that particular law, 2022, LI 2462, at the parliament. Emma Choi, Emma Mojitum, Emma Ebayemra, our president, Akuffo Addo, and they were not to me. Kwayem, Kalkum Forest, and I know, yeah, they are mobi, but. Fourth estate is starting the way no Kalkum Forest now Krakoho Ekoye we no ye dia mo bi so ntu galamsey but fourth estate started investigation nipa na ye de adnama ya delete omo details ni nyina from your friend saying wait for database
okay
ya delete bia data from omo database so Akuffo Addo has gone a step further said not just galamsey in rural areas but then your forest and here now call Ashanti regional on one mayor I the mayor of the Ashanti region Sampine what's in the company man of kind say Sampine una we Ashanti regional mayor it is your job and duty to protect forest na no edge asase ko forest reserve akotu the almighty your friend is saying chairman won to me na juma ye akwanta mines okowura motu besin na president Akuffo Addo was out there defending this guy say onye in the end investigation whatever what is that Dampare timikochi obi
No.
good enti ya kwadru bia ma the average Ghanaian asabi oni to me ohiani wa babi oti ba bia tiam say papa ya edi to me ho ani sabi ya mfa to me amane so mfa medi nkurase se ma yekoso yi enti Ghana ni has realized that in the last 7 years baby amamu na kwakoduru no se omo amfa omo ho anjim na yankogistia na mfiri papa na otistia na nim ankyere no what to do Alaska oman no ye nyina kwakohwe amenam is the reason why for the first time Ghana Medical Association out hospital and a friend of mine is a medical doctor or one of the facilities and he can tell you some of the things I course within our hospitals. Alaska Ghana Medical Association at the Ababontain university teachers. Then I said for BR press it on the panic button, telling the president say these are some of the things that we need to do because galamsey nipa no moye no people we are close to you. Eya wan kasa unkro for party for den as for say afiwe galamsey campaigns or parliament this year enya de ketwa.
That's right.
Because that is the only source of money ewo omanum this year because Makacha's economy ya shredded into pieces. It's in fragments so nobody talks about the economy anymore. So these are the campaigns that omo finance political party ne omo nyina ekọ parliament. So the question is Akuffo Addo asem na okan na okan ne keke. He didn't mean anything. And it's the reason why the young Ghanaians are sorry. Protested here by say we are forcing you to do the right thing. Alaska. Emrantie sorry kwa demonstration ya chi omo. China ya chi omo no enye say omo ye aniamo ho bia o. Because I will hear some of the reasons omo de chi omo na obi kura na otwam hoye fa no kan ho. So which means nipa na ye chi omo no was random arrest and na ye. We are talking about the president. Osha send the presidency no or this noise making President Akuffo Addo na ye kumi prekon sheme prekon reme prekon e okroma say.
That's right.
This is a guy or travel on protestations and demonstrations or taking a leave from our constitution telling us demonstrations and protestations a legitimate constitutional tools bet me proc from our 1992 constitution and use it to set a legitimate premise for you to protest against any government. We saw what Akuffo Addo did against Rawlings when Rawlings was president.
Exactly.
Even in recent times, this is a man what lead demonstrations what lead protestation demonstration over the years who say these are some of the things that Akuffo Addo aye na enne under his presidency that zero tolerance for your friends say opposition. Zero tolerance for demonstration and protestation. That tells you the level of inconsistency this guy is displaying. And Ghana needs to say or demonstration. And that demonstration is premised on legitimate cause or becho. And Mrabi and why you don't go shame. And Alaska, the most interesting thing about this whole thing is you see, Dampare sometimes who say people are out there na Dampare is good or yambona baso is funny. Because that guy to me in recent times there is no single IGP wababedi akonya wesu and the time is marked by a whole lot of your friend is saying Sabi you can't even explain from time a yefa soja fo na jokobo mutuo yenim kwan a omofa so mukoku amanfo okubase abra enkora student eye demonstration ekoto tear gas to the kosi wo your friend say enkoranza amanfo ye protestation sa issues ni nyina remain unresolved obi anya explain bi abrante a yesi ekoche no your friend say more ya bie no kaso akwan so say or the ade asenanu police for me anu kunni till date ni nyina under his watch till date obi antimi explain here. So that gentle tactics now all play as if say he's the best IGP me I don't see it. Just the system is so corrupt say nobody is ready to hold anybody accountable is the reason why because so how no much is Akuffo here nyansa bia nim and you see these are emrantia they are telling us yes say yensuo ni na say for police for no mudi a omo ya omo arrest no did you see the demeanor?
That's right.
Did you see the poster? As if say enkrane ya bonsamphobia. You are doing police in the month you go home with 3,000 Ghana cedis. Some go home with 4,000 in this Ghana. You aka 400 and I say you 4,000 and 3,000 as we are abrabe na betim diabo. Now people are calling say we need to reset the system. You see those people as enemy. Look at their facial expression. Chairman for bro ebinimani so because camera da me so I just need to do something for people to know say men so me wo ho master say catch am you go catch you they go catch you go to the police headquarters and look at the dilapidated condition under which some of them are living. Uncle police officer Alaska single room no na yire na ma eda
no mo fridge
si abonten na se besra na aje say okoda abonten ma na se beda dem. These are the conditions people are living in. And because you are on TV, obi asuma say kobo obunti no, you think it's okay. Na ye de niam ahye ya so na ye bura manfo. Alaska. Mrante na e de omokoy bo ne be no maye. For you to say, and you see, the most interesting, do you know, police, our prosecutorial power and authority.
Sure.
Because the AG department is sometimes overwhelmed with this prosecutorial kind of stuff. So, Omama police for 2 means, what she depend on misdemeanor, those kind of minor way now, the police can prosecute these people. When you say they were here, because your friend is saying, Attorney General, no friend is saying.
Godfred Odame.
Godfred Odame na prosecute him right here no. He said any police for some. Which means that you serious out they who say ye nyomo, ye nchiro mu nyansa.
That's right.
So it is not police that is prosecuting this. Police for na kwachi yomo. E de omo bra na ye fan say age age. Sabo ye nyamu ye be kire mu nyansa pa. E na de omo akọ court. E na court no so deny omo bail. And maybe some who say offense be na wo krom ha. Enye bailable e okroma say
serious akokan for
a man tell we are criminals omako be ire omako we obisika. So on what basis? So that brings your court system to question because we are court na say we had the mood of the country now we have said the tension ACA grow now you think because of political convenience or whatever no you allow yourself to be manipulated. And I said to be string controlled by a certain power that be. Now you catch us a memo bill and ampano, you deny them bill. For what? On what basis? Because there is no single reasonable basis for anybody to deny these guys bail. Because omunku nipa. And again, case now, yes, I tell you, no. I am misdemeanor. Obi an commit a crime. Alaska, you are say obi even destruction to property. So we have valuation, not cost of property. Now you say no, a new 1 million Ghana cedis. You can't charge the person for second degree felony. It's a still misdemeanor.
Sure.
So on what basis? And a misdemeanor, I see a money party be on them 2 weeks. 2 weeks so, and they are remanding these people not even to police custody. Few of them will go to police custody. The rest are going to prison custody. 82 weeks in prison. And Sawam and other prisons are. Conditions near very harsh. Obi kokunipa yede no koto sa ho na yede these boys are going. This is a president me reminder on the lady kumi preko, sheme preko, wieme preko. Twaja to me mu preko. Ema Ghana for e so far e support no e beduru enne. Enne this presidency no is marked by historical incompetence. Because that is Akuffo government is a disaster. And Ghanaians are saying, say, Papa, but here no, I'm saying when you brew because you don't know what to do. So young people are telling you to do the right thing. Nobody, because now no, they're starting ya koche rafi $58 million. What time they go to swimming pool?
That's right.
And entree and nkoko ne gum. Alaska, $58 million tamsikano na fakon northern region. Tamsikana fako biye. Fanako voter region even Accra go to Choco and 8 environs and look at the number of life of it in their save with this particular way. A man for we school ba national service Ghana ha modern day. Obi national service we to 700 Ghana cedis. 700 Ghana cedis. That can you even high wait me baby. These are the conditions about for you need to wake up to this reality. Now some young people they can as a precursor. Because some now they are not saying that the president should resign. They are not saying anything. They are telling you say the pace yenam sono galamsey no the consequences no aye two way affect obia. So as government yenya bibim fa ho na yensi ano kwan ene omodan sawam aya momu 2 weeks omo ko prison your friend saying remind for 2 good weeks. Now, Obaba no smoothness level in an attempt to cow several other Ghanaians into subjugation. They are just trying to cow people into submission. Say, what when the other union? Anything I age, kwaji case and also try no. Na Alaska, say Kromayati, a serious. I can go for the damage that's here, Attorney General.
Serious, and you see, they are funny.
Yes, no, they are not funny. They are just jokers. Because you see, Godfred Odame Sa Akuffo we de Ghana court Unconquer represented Ghana interest, no. He told us, say, COVID in Tinwanko, and Ghana ate a judgment debt of about $135 million. And today they are negotiating with them. Company not threatened to take over our asset. Ghana, Danya, AC Central London, the Regina House, or more fact.
That's right.
And then they've been able to identify Ghana, your property, or South Africa, in America, and I say, Godfred, Odame.
What's one who prosecute?
Prosecute among from where protester. This is a gentleman. Yatsino. In your friends are witness tampering in the case your friend is saying Japa and then your friends say Akuffo in case such an embarrassment Nina will go through. Uno, you have no sense of shame, you have no sense of where about resigning, you are going against poor innocent young people. Bonnie Muye say Alaska ye to galamsey and they are telling government to say galamsey no must stop. Galamsey no ye ni NDC galamsey no MPP galamsey the effect no eba affect obia and we are banya we reasonable now we tie nipa. These are some of the things that you listen to. Alaska then back to social conditions in this country. Young people are more demonstration in now no we see abonti na hu Ghana near brantia staring in their face no a frustration a hopelessness and then look at the mad rush with which a man for air person obia person to kwan
Exactly.
And I'm for kwada mpaibobia kobom just to get visa. Nanka who live in a comfort zone to travel to somebody's land that winning obia or you go there to be treated as a foreigner and as a foreigner. Alaska can nije be in the womb. But ne obinya visa ya nije man because the conditions are all chromas and utina me. Not that we don't have the opportunities or opportunities no ha sikano wa ha ya kasi ebe ya boa mama mfo di ebetimi aye. But because of greed, selfishness, in the for few people. For instance, COVID by the amount of money a President Akuffo Addo your first Gabriel Sercha or Chredakone omu Nigeria for no yetimi kofa frontiers betena ye airport Nigeria for because omo ase wo the president in Abusia for no betena ha beje around $80 million at the koye still date even parliament kwa na ye nkyerechire nsemu nkyere no or the $80 million back from Unuma Betimiaye and several other scandals. You can see a boss or ye baby. 80 ye will be as ye jailing, no, you will be as ye chin of China boss. A President Akuffo, not the protesters.
FM 92.3.
Say you will be as ye question no from my free census in administrative ye fans corrupt practices are and can Dampare and Casane ne as I go Hanka ye bisa and sem as to why among your cool and ranted one Koranza as to why a school for now more your friend is saying. One of the Islamic schools in Ashanti region, you got to tiaga suffocate a as to why a branch and America's Yokunu, Kramon, Yokunu, and several other cases. Say you will be question, no, I ask you the question. Sell, now your business as some Dampare. But I'm some politics in conviction, you are true to the dogs. Morality and you're part of our politics anymore. There is no principle, there are no values. Everybody has become a loose cannon, working to please. That point that Nippon or the buy, you know, irrespective of how bad I will go against society. Because look at the faces of these young people. Why Obianya for? Because in the society you create, it's so easy for people to pick arms. And you see when people sit there and they talk, say, no, young people, I'm saying these are jokers. They don't even understand politics. Alaska, go back to 2010. Go to Tunisia when the Arab Spring started. Over there. Yeah, I'm for the man on account. I'm for the TV, so Kevin Taylor to the TV on far bar more be hard now on account. What I say? Elsewhere, people were using machete, cutlasses, and other offensive way chasing and fighting people. You saw the revolution. Things I live here in it week. You are fortunate. Ghana need you know what kind, and nobody sits on radio and incite people say, exactly. Just that people are trying to express the level of frustration in this country, telling people to know what is going on. And the elections become a legitimate ground that yet nobody's inciting way. And the what young people, obi and how disrespect you be. But the economic conditions are creating, the environment are you. And then that disrespect him for because I mean I'm telling Akuffo Addo yeah the border that was say because we are rebuking him, we are criticizing him because we don't respect Alaska. Do you know how many Ghanaians are watching president? You know?
That's right.
Do you know how many people who are older than the president and the policies in the programs are disrespecting those people? Do you know the number of people? So you see, when we are talking about issues like this now, there's a respect behind him. It is about the issues. Yes, setting the record straight for Obia Benyama Biagina, and I say near Mase. Sabaya people will not get the conversation wrong because Alaska, on what basis in a Nayajina Obi on his right senses? This is 21st century. We have seen protests in UK. I've seen protesters. More Elane up our friends in Madrid. Some started in Barcelona in 2014.
Yeah, since 1970s, after the Akuffo, I demonstration Makumaku 130.
Exactly. Alaska. So this is the person I can say while riding on at the back of protestation, demonstrations, and remonstrations to get to where he is today. Even 2016, prior to the elections, we saw his involvement in many protests.
Exactly.
Alaska, yes, I will never criticize Obi or your protest. Because a nipa na cheseka yam fatu no say protest do be a peaceful way a legitimate tools. Our constitution not allowed to use those tools to air your grievances in whatever way to send a message to the establishment or to government. It is your job to either listen or maybe ignore, but to go after them when these people are not causing trouble. Because me besin there we have charges no money charge your money me trogu baby you say your friends said destruction to property and I'm say property bang. Valuation is saying.
Who are Ububu passport office?
Me ba properties no hefa. 2.3. Property bang and almost say no. Because if we've been able to show us nipa no almost nipa nie wa say ade. The next thing ade be no say no.
That's right.
Na Alaska ye obi o say ade ye jeli no kroma. Enka Akuffo do nenam ho. Kasabre ko dan sawon block 3. And sawon block 3 kasabre ho no.
Block 3 running block 3 ko.
Na say mate. Alaska, because we are talking about the president cantonment, a prime area in Accra. Yes, judges died in 2012. Judges so omuyo mojuma. The president gave them ultimatum to vacate that particular building because obebu go besi cathedral. Ghana for catch there say papa baby adunu cathedral won to mean see. And baby adunu cry, baby we are people are investing in your friends research centers, your friends Internet of Things, robotics, your friends artificial intelligence, and as for them. Sa Niamano belong to the medieval age. I belong to antiquity, 12th century, 9th century, 11th century. Baby, we don't use state money to invest in such enterprises. But he never listened. Alaska. Sanka otimi wie ye krana maybe nka consolation
FM 92.3
and then adan swimming pool and the obi wa cause distraction to property sa nipa no mom and the kokoda person.
That's right.
Alaska your banking system now you collapsing and then Akuffo gave us thousands and million reasons as to why as a 9 million be save bank and you spend the extra 25 billion and it destroy bank telling us our banking system is robust and I can identify about 5 banks. Now my catcher say go in there and find out whether these banks are solvent or not.
92.3.
Dining the CC work.
That's right.
Say you probably what cause distraction to property. I know because the banking sector created a toll of unemployed young people. For instance, somebody was a bank manager. The next day, the person was on the street or to Praku, Alaska. Your bank for a winning as you are trying to unko to Buffalo Mukum ties Mukum. All of a sudden you are transitioning from that place to Praco. The psychological trauma I will go through no one here before team. These are some of the Nema President Akuffo a level in its wake. And in all these things, the common decency to look Ghanaians in the face and say, hey, I'm sorry guys. I said this, but Niamano turned out to be because Kufu at some point in time, Abraham not all kind of corruption. So not by at some point when he realized things ain't go the way he expected. He apologized to Ghana and said, Charlie, what's in China is different. But the decency to apologize because arrogance of power. So arrogant to a level who describe it, and they have no respect for the people of this country. And it's the reason why Akuffo president, Anya Kukodru and Obi so a demonstration or a protestation as for no will bury his past in shame and go after these young people for what? Because they are saying say galamsey and galamsey instead of mesha say Mr. Kachira Matisi out. Evidence actually clearly say president na nkasa na esha manfo kutupa to do the galamsey. Come start say is it not a fact say ya mra LI 2462 Emma president the whole point to exercise sole discretion to pick a company and say, hey, go to forest reserve and mine. Is it not true?
It is.
Is it not true? Say, man for no more galamsey, our hinterlands, you know, or catch almost by a community mining in the end. Party, constituency party executive now. Nana or more mining. So in some way, you know, obi catch us say, young stopping galamsey na, but even the home. Because I know the same galamsey in our Ghana Medical Association ascended the red flag to you, say, 1 year or more me go. And now Metona University of Ghana ascended me. Your friend is saying, email.
So academic
school, you know, assistant.
Sir.
They met here, minimum die school.
That's right.
These are the realities that Ghana for go through. But I buy and find the decency to address some of these things. The social conditions in this country, the youth unemployment. So say I'm no say the veil of desperation and hopelessness. Ghana mabunanim is so staggering to the extent that sometimes what you see said there is no future. Go Kromhano, yeah, politics, governance, leadership is a preserve of few people. We so-called privileged class. When they are enjoying power, you can't criticize them.
Exactly.
You know, we are the vulnerable class. Our job is to just watch and keep quiet. But I'm telling you, sir, because with the advent of information, new media and other tech advances, Alaska, young people are consuming a lot of information. They are becoming very innovative and critical. People are experimenting ideas. They know what is wrong and what is right. And we are buying. Now what was sitting on the high horses, thinking, say, you are some kind of a messiah with this God concept. People should just bow down and say, sing hallelujah choruses. Alaska, you are joking.
Right.
The young people are subjected to critical scrutiny, ask you all the relevant questions, and make sure that they get the answer they deserve. If they don't get it, they will be on you till they get it. It's the reason why in the social media, about a platform, people are just banging in all sorts of information. On the government neck, seeking say the right thing will be done. So President Akuffo will be through that die is cast. Alaska, there is nothing that he can do to redeem. For me, he will go down as the worst president ever in the history of this country. For that one, it's on record. But he cannot use these young people as a handkerchief to wipe his shame. It's not possible. Just like he attempted to use wrath as a handkerchief or they wipe the cathedral shame. No, he cannot use these people. You end up making them heroes. You understand? Because BBC, all the major platforms are reporting.
That's right.
And it is your image that is on the line. Because some of the platforms are going back to the past, telling the people that this is a president that organized Kumi Preko, Sheme Preko, Reme Preko. Today, his era as president, is marked by a massive major crackdown on dissenting views. And there are records abound. It justify and as appointed to Nipa, what chase you or more out of this country. And Metsuela Yakunu Besine, Yanyanchi Akokokra for his death, and several other people. So people who are very close to the president, you see, they should tell him so he should come down from his high horses. Alaska, Rollins right. So you can't be there for just 8 years and think that you are allowed. Your time will come, the people will hold you accountable. So they should tell him that he should fix the problems rather than fixing those who are telling him to fix the problems.
May I say, Ivan Che Innocent, this takes us to 5 minutes to the top of the hour, 4 p.m. in the studios. Honorable Kweku Ajikuma, Sarah Vice Chairman Kankwe North, Watanasi. Na issues ni ba na eba na ansana yebe kono so na mema na kwaba no ye ka galamsey accept the no ofia santimantem which I know bra Facebook mapacho mami ayo Offin River no Offin River macho bra Facebook na hwe hanum nyina otumfo so kasa court bie no obetumi adane na say but otumfo so na or your modern politician. That is how I see it. Me nyo afia poku amom, but that is how I see it. Or your modern politician. But on Facebook, I want to have him official.
Okay, senior. Papa Betty Bukro. You can pay 200 years Juma over 2,000. What you are there? Aha, can you pay years Juma no? And yeah, and the 200 man, Papa. You DC Waho. Mampunwa district.
Now Facebook, I want to have him official.
Abompe. DC. I the Kokimako. President Timosi Nyai is Yoshua Jumano. What did you go for Betuhanum? And then they take 3rd of August 2022. The Patomacha revolving. I'm going to make you a Mukinawa. I'm going to say. ɛyɛ a ɛbɛboa ɔman no anaasɛ ɛboa ɔman no ɛnti dwumadi a yɛdi nie ɛyɛ adwumamfonoa district bepɔ so abompe ɛne nkurɔkyika hɔ no ɛna adekotuma abo ne dwumadi a wadi nie o a ɛnɛ nsuo wasɛ yɛ nsuo nyinaa wɔntu ho anammɔ ɛnti
Ahoto FM 92.3.
I shall have the radio on 92.3. Eti but nsuo no hwɛ. Eti wey na se mabum se ye demonstration. Na ye de atweaban na dwede abaso a ene ya ma binum remind. And so you just ask yourself say na so uko social media miracle abwaji num ena eyo omode. Na miracle abwaji atente wurutu ya wuto urutu reja. Na nanado the constitution man is immunity o na so trenchen a me say mu MPP support mu besu na sometime no uhwehwe obi aba baje uhu obi a obana je kuma kwaba
ya medie
na constituency ti say
ready adom emu ye
ne di ka answer na metwa me ho akwaba no ma me mbisa say Ghana ni NDC amane okonu ho ti say
ready adom NDC amanyokuo no ye nyina ye ho ye Ghana so ne meka ne se sa adepa echiwa na odi aseda ama otwedi ampon na ne aka no wasere ne se onka ho ne ntumi twa na de no emba end no mbo ho ban ma adepa enchiw efse on ban na ye wo mu no fa kwase se ye du no se nyankopon bo ho ban ema adepa chiwa ne obedi ne obenum asaso akwakoya asem ni ode be nante so akwakoya asem enti nyankopon bo na sa no pa wonsa kowa no na nwumre kura na bi ankom na se du baabi na se onyansuo bi numa ene na kyese waya de wayere ho if so be pa adwuma kura mpo no edin construction process in Ghana here no maybe wo construction field
okay
and therefore it's not easy o fan crofo kura na du no baabi a wutua o muka wa hwe a wo bidwane medwene free site no maba betina ha
wo hwe ne free site
na me be dede
so omo so mutia ho to
sadati so but be kra wo so munya botrema me na de mintumi ntua muka no nyame ya adoma wo kyena e bia menya bibi maba betua muka if say me it is just not easy adichi time bia akwa abontin so akwa akoto materials a obekona price assessment intini so bia adwuma na wo ya ama no kra na wo estimates ni nyina wie na wo de kwa wan hwe yi a wo kyena bi oni anu ba oba beka se wasisi no intini so anto materials am fangu ho bulk ana wan kasa nkyere no ankyere no nyoma mu yie ama wan tie ase no anto materials ngu ho bulk a mo ye nsam beto no daily a ene tambia no obeye kromfo inti oman no mu akwakoye din na awurade ne yesere ne se obebo ye ho ban na osuni kakra ye da ye ni ode ye nkwa beche yen na wabo Ghana fo nyina ho ban na yakwa akoto aba ne ato aba pa ama ban ye wote so yi yetumi asesa no ama